Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. Hopefully I don't sound too quiet. I'm filming with a migraine, well, a migraine coming I should say, but I just wanted to share some bits with you. So I, ages ago, it was in August, went to the British Knitting and Sewing Show at Alexandra Palace with my friend, and while we were there we found this Himalaya dolphin yarn, which was baby yarn, and I believe it's made in Turkey. I've not seen this in shops in the UK, but it was a UK seller selling this, and I bought quite a few balls of it. And one of the colourways that I bought it in, oh, I've just lost my little sample, was this colourway, and I've shared these with you before, and it was sort of like a whitish cream, a mustard and a grey, which was a really nice neutral colour, and my friend loved it and really convinced me to pick this colour up. So I picked up I think 6 balls of it. I've used about 4.5 because some of what I'm going to show you did not go well the first time. So I decided for that particular friend to make her daughter a blanket for Christmas. I'm really late because it took me a really long time to knit this blanket, and I kept doing other bits in between. So technically this yarn suggests a 6.5mm needle. I didn't have 6.5, I was using 6 for a particular pattern that I wanted to do, and it wasn't showing up. You couldn't really see the pattern. What with it being quite a busy yarn plus a smaller hook, you couldn't see the pattern. So then I didn't have a 7, so I tried an 8, but I was also doing a James C. Brett pattern, and the pattern itself has ended up making a really massive blanket. But her daughter's not a baby, she's a toddler, so actually it's worked out all right. So this is the colour of the blanket. I can't obviously open it completely up to show you, but it's really, really big. And then what it is it's 4 knit, 4 purl all the way along, and then once you've done that for 4 rows, you swap over. And I haven't got I should have brought the pattern up actually to share with you, but it's one of the James C. Brett patterns, and I'll list the number of the pattern in the description box if you want to see. If you used the Flutterby yarn that it's designed for and the right 6mm hook, you'd end up with a really small blanket. Well, no, that's a lie. You'd end up with a much smaller blanket than this. This just ended up being really, really large, but I really like it. And as I say, because she's not a baby, it's probably better that it's bigger, and it's quite loose. So also where it's spring, it's not the dead of winter, it should be quite a lightweight blanket for her. So it's ended up being a good couple of foot wide and a good 3 to 4 foot long. So I'm really happy with that. But as I say, it took me a really long time to finish that. And then I thought, what can I do with it? I didn't just want to give her that. So I was chatting to my mum this particular day, and she had a pattern for a teddy bear. Again, probably should have brought that up to share with you. But she'd bought it on eBay, I think. And she gave me this pattern, and I used the same yarn to make a little teddy bear. And how cute is this teddy bear? Oh, he's absolutely adorable. And I've done it so that the limbs move. So you sew them on so that the limbs are manipulative. You can manipulate the limbs. You can move the arms and the legs, and it actually sits up. It does need to be propped up. It doesn't stay sitting up, but you could sit here for a little teddy bear's picnic and whatnot. So yeah, I made this, and it was really, really fun. However, I made loads of mistakes the first time. I made both the body and the head and then sewed them the wrong way round. I thought it was knit on the outside. It wasn't. It was the purl side was the right side. And just, yeah, I kept having to redo bits that went wrong. But ended up doing it. It calls for a 5mm needle in the pattern. I ended up using a 6mm with this, and it worked really nicely. So it ended up making a slightly bigger teddy than the pattern suggested. Let me see if I can lift you up slightly. Just wanted to kind of show you the teddy in kind of one shot rather than bit by bit. And then I sewed on the face using just plain black double knit yarn, and I was really, really happy with this. So I'm going to wrap these up. I'm actually seeing those friends this evening. As I say, I'm just super late giving her Christmas present, but at least it's before her birthday this year, so that's good. But I hope she really likes it. The only thing I would say with this dolphin yarn is it does come off in little fluffy bits quite a bit. So this might not be a good one if you were making it for a baby, whereas where she's a toddler, she's going to be a bit different with it, and you're not going to be as frightened with her having it sort of, she's going to be able to move it away from her if it's a bit fluffy sort of thing. And then I decided I've shared it with you before, it's just is next to me, so I'll show you. I made this blue baby blanket a while ago for my friend. I still haven't given it to her, but I decided to make a little teddy to match that for her son. And this is the James C. Brett Flutterby yarn. And when I used the 6mm needles with this, you could see the stuffing quite a lot. Excuse me. So I ended up going down to a 5mm. I probably could have gone smaller because you can see there's still sort of a little bit, it's a bit gappy. So you probably could have gone down even smaller. But the smaller you go, obviously, the smaller the teddy's going to become. I did the same sort of thing. And then around their necks, I just used some ribbons that I had in my stash to tie little bows, because the necks looked a bit odd without it. This one, I made a bow. It looked all right. But how good is this bow? I was really impressed. I was quite impressed with my little bow tying skills on that one, and I always cut little V's into the ends of the ribbon. And then the only difference that I made with this one is I sewed his little initials on the feet, because I thought that was super cute. And she's got 2 boys, and you'll see in a minute I'm going to make the other little and another one in a different colour. The only difference that I noticed after I put all this together is I've sewn the ears a little bit further round the head than this one, and I think it looks nicer on this one when they're sort of standing up here a little bit more. But I didn't want to have to try and unpick these and redo them, so I just need to be careful when I'm making them in the future to just make sure that the ears of the heads are slightly further round to the top. But the one thing I really like about this pattern, and as I say, I'll try and get the link for it, is that they're quite old-fashioned teddies. That's what they make me think of Old Bear, you know, the Jane Hissey book. That's what it makes me think of, so I really like those. And then I had, obviously, wild ideas of all the different people I'm going to make teddy bears for, and all the different teddy bear projects I'm going to make. So I ended up going onto LoveCrafts and placing an order. So I've got a massive bag next to me. They don't do the dolphin yarn, but I wanted some more Flutterby chunky, and I had a 20% off discount code at the time. They often do discount codes on their website. So there was this one here. It's a slightly darker blue. So I wanted to make each of the brothers a different blue, because, as I say, I've made that light blue blanket, but I've also made this for the 2 boys. So then obviously you've got the darker blue within this. So I thought then they've each got a blue teddy that matches. So I'm going to make her other little boy one from this, and 1 ball should make 1 teddy. It should be plenty. I also picked up some red ones because Matt wants one, but he wants a red one for Arsenal / Darth Vader. So I ended up picking up 4 while it was 20% off, because I can make 1 teddy, and I can also make a blanket with the other 3, potentially, if I wanted to make someone a red Christmassy blanket. So yeah, I picked up 4 even, sorry, of the red ones in total. Then I picked up, my friend supports West Ham, and I decided, well, her husband supports West Ham, I should say, as do I, before anyone criticises in the comments below. But I wanted to get like a burgundy, and I wanted to use this blue and a burgundy to try and make like a Hammers teddy. And I ordered what I thought was burgundy, and it's come and it's more of a pink. So I probably will use this. I'll be able to find something for it, but it isn't what I was hoping for. So I don't know if anyone knows if I can get a more burgundy colour of Flutterby. If you know of that, let me know, because I'll need it. I also just picked up 1 white, 1 cream and 1 biscuit, because I have all of these colours with enough wool to make a blanket, but if I wanted a matching teddy, I'd need 1 more ball of each of them. So while it was 20% off, I just picked up 1 ball of each to go with the balls of it that I already have. And then, oh, why do I have more? Why do I have more red? I didn't buy 6 red. I did not purchase 6 red. Why do I have 6 red? Maybe I need to check my order, because I don't think I bought that many of these. Oh, maybe I got some extras, who knows. And then finally, LoveCrafts, I've said in my previous haul, normally send everything in organza bags, and there was a little note at the checkout that they don't do that anymore. And I was like, that's fine, but I'll get a couple of organza bags to put the goodies in once I'm finished. But they literally, look at these, they just shoved them in the bag. So I'm a little bit miffed with that, because if they'd put the wool in like they used to, then at least they'd have been sort of kept out, or they could have even just you know, put them in neatly, but shoved in. That's disappointed me a little bit. I know that Wool Warehouse also send all of their goodies in little organza bags, but the only reason I went with LoveCrafts again this time was because of the 20% off code, and the most I could find for Wool Warehouse was 10%. But potentially if the discount codes are the same in future, I might give Wool Warehouse a go. I've not ordered from them before. And then I popped to Hobbycraft the other day because I ran out of stuffing, and this is the stuffing I've been using. I'm sure there's loads of other places I could get it from, cheaper, more expensive, who knows. But this is, I think it's £3.50 for 200 grams. There were these massive bags that were £8, and they looked like loads, but it said 250 grams. So I think it was a bit of a swindle, really, because this is so compacted that when you sort of pull it apart, you've got quite a lot, haven't you? So this is what I've been using, and yeah, it's hygienic, so I know that this is good. And I think this is one of the stuffings that's recommended for Optimus by Octopus for a preemie, which I haven't tried making yet because it scares the life out of me, but I will eventually, so at least I'll have the right stuffing. And while I was in there, I did kick myself for not picking up some more of this light blue, because that was my last ball that I was using for this. There's a bit left of it, but not a lot, and I wanted to make another blue blanket, so I ended up picking up 3 balls of Flutter by Chunky in Hobbycraft. They are much more expensive in Hobbycraft. I would definitely recommend getting them elsewhere. They are £3.89 full price in LoveCrafts and Wool Warehouse. They are £4.25 full price in Hobbycraft, so even straight away you're saving quite a bit. However, the reason I picked them up in Hobbycraft was A, convenience, I was already in there, and B, to place another order with LoveCrafts, unless you spend over a certain amount, is £3 postage. So it would have cost me an extra £3 to get them in Hobbycraft, because I got these for £3.11 with the discount. So I thought, well, while I'm in here, I might as well pick it up, because I don't know when I'm placing another order. So yeah, I just picked 3 more of those up. So I did say I wasn't going to buy more yarn. Well, internally, I said I wasn't going to buy more yarn, unless it was for a project. And I feel like I've tried to justify all of these, but it is what it is. That's what I've bought. That's what I've done. I've picked up some more yarn. But actually, how much did it cost me? About £30 the LoveCrafts order. So it's quite a lot of yarn for that amount of money. So I'm quite happy. But I do need to just check how many red I purchased, because I don't think I need 6. I might have just gone a bit mad and put too many in my basket. I hope you enjoyed having a little look at this. As I say, the main reason I wanted to share this with you was I wanted to share with you the blanket and the super cute teddy. Matt's family had some bad news recently, and when we went around to see his mum, I had this with me, and I said I just brought it around to show her, and she loves it so much she wants her own one. So at some point I'm going to be making her one of these as well. I think I have enough yarn of this colour, but I'm definitely going to have to, at some point this year, put in an AliExpress order for some more of this dolphin yarn, because it's lovely. But as I say, for babies, I feel like this is a little bit safer because it doesn't fluff off quite as much as the dolphin one does. So yeah, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. I do loads and loads of haul videos, although less this year because I'm trying to be much more careful with my money. And I used to do loads of craft videos, then I didn't make as many for a while, but then I'm sort of back into crafting again. So if that's kind of your cup of tea, then please feel free to subscribe. It's free, and I would love to have you as part of the family on the channel. I am going to go now and have a cup of tea, I think, and wrap these before my friends come over. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Love you all. Bye.